Y'all want old school stylists back, and we want old school clients back.
I had to cancel my client for being 30 minutes late to her hair appointment.
Y'all don't understand what the clients really be putting us through behind the scenes. Like,
somebody booked a 7 a.m. appointment with me and they have just cancelled like 15 minutes to their appointment.
Getting your hair done and then going home and disputing the charge is theft.
Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's Cynthia here, and guys, in today's video we're going to be looking at the other side of things. Okay, remember when we talked about why loyal clients don't go back to their hairstylists? Well, this time the stylists are telling us what they are fed up about of some of their clients. Now guys, I've seen lots of videos on social media about stylists talking about one or two reasons why they're fed up with their clients, from clients showing up late to arguing about deposits to pretending they didn't know the price even though it was clearly listed. Hairstylists are coming to tell us these are some of the reasons why they're fed up with their clients. And guys, the salon drama never ends. Now let's not even waste too much time, because today's video is about to be an interesting one, if I may, a long one. So without wasting too much time, let's get right into this video.
I had to cancel my client for being 30 minutes late to her hair appointment. She arrived 30 minutes late expecting to still get service. I understand we all go through stuff, like things happen, things come up, but 30 minutes late and no communication is crazy. She texted me at 11:09. She said, "Good morning, can you confirm the address?" Mind you, we have been communicating pretty much every day, every other day up until her appointment from the time she booked. She's been asking me about color. She purchased hair for my brand. I'm just confused why you wait until the day of your appointment, 20 minutes before your appointment, to ask me about the address and where you need to go to get service for your appointment. I responded back to her, basically letting her know that she should have definitely received an email confirmation with the address and instructions on how to find me. As soon as she booked her appointment, she should have definitely got a confirmation email, and that had the address on it. I sent that message at 11:11. Mind you, she texted me at 11:09. So after I sent that message to her at 11:11, she responded and said, "Oh, I'm on the way. It's okay, I'm on the way." So I guess she figured out the address, or she went back and checked her email, but she responded right away and said that she was on the way. She didn't tell me what time she was gonna arrive. It was just, "I'm on the way." So I'm just at the salon, just waiting and waiting and waiting. And before you know it, it's 11:54. So I text her like, "Hey girl, we're gonna have to cancel. You're already 24 minutes late. Like, it's 11:54. I have other clients. I have a whole day scheduled, so we're just gonna have to cancel." So then she responded at 11:58, letting me know that she was here. She's like, "I'm here. Can you please do it?" She called me and I let her know that I couldn't do it. And that's just what it is. I know some people might feel like I could have just taken her and I was being a little too harsh. But at the same time, it's like, I just feel like, and I know that we're all human, and I know that, you know, things happen, but I just feel like, communicate that with someone. If I'm running late, I'm going to communicate that with my client. I'm going to make them feel comfortable and let them know that I'm on the way. I just feel like not letting somebody know what time you're going to arrive is just careless. And I feel like at that point, you don't respect their time. You don't respect what they have going on. As a hairstylist, I just feel like that's the easiest way to feel burnt out and feel like you don't want to work or do what you do anymore, because you're allowing people to run over on you and run your business and do what they want to do. No, I could have just taken her money, maybe charged her a little extra for being late and wasting my time, but no. My policy is, if you're more than 20 minutes late, your appointment is canceled, and she was more than 20 minutes late, so her appointment got canceled. So hopefully next time when she books an appointment, if she does decide to book with me again, she'll be on time and respect my time and communicate better.
Okay guys, this is actually a very tricky one. So apparently the client's appointment was for 11:30, and she said she was there by 11:58, almost 30 minutes late. Being 30 minutes late is actually a big deal, I'm not gonna lie. But I guess people's policies are people's policies, because I know there's some other hairstylists that would still service this lady even with that lateness. Only thing they'll do is probably charge the lady for lateness, like just lateness fee, you know. Another thing I also want to point out here, like I always say in my videos, is communication. Communication takes people a very, very long way. You never can tell what communication will solve. If only these clients had communicated to this lady, this is the reason why I'm running late. Do you think we can still make it? If not, can we reschedule? Because obviously the time was really getting late, you know. But I mean, guys, it is what it is. Let's get right into the next video.
Somebody booked a 7 a.m. appointment with me and they have just cancelled like 15 minutes to their appointment. So she couldn't find the ride and she cancelled it. I want to show you what happens when you just cancel your appointment. I had to prep this yesterday, all of this. Now this color has to go because this is 1B and this is 1 and a lot of people don't use one. That's by the way, a lot of people don't use 1. And secondly, I finished working really late yesterday, so I went to bed almost at 1. So if I have a 7 a.m. appointment, it means I have to wake up at least 6 a.m. to get myself ready, shower, do all of that. My second appointment is at 3:30. I'm trying to see if I can move it up. I know when you cancel, you forfeit your deposit, but that's actually not enough. I would rather you reschedule to another day and still use your deposits than canceling last minute. Also, another reason, it's a Saturday, and Saturdays, a lot of people want to book Saturday's appointment. I had somebody yesterday that wanted me to squeeze them in this Saturday. I'm like, no, I have 2 appointments already. I can't do 3 in a day. So if you cancel earlier, it helps us fill in that spot quick. We are supposed to do small knotless braids and you canceled 15 minutes. So that's not nice. Let's be nice to our braiders, be considerate. So that's my little run this morning. I'm gonna go figure out what to do with this time that I have now. Okay, bye.
Okay, guys, I see that it's really a big deal to just like cancel on your hairstylist just like that without prior notice. A lot of work actually goes into preparing for the clients. If only the clients communicated to the hairstylist, I'm really running late, I can't find any ride. Yeah, rescheduling would have been better than canceling. But I mean, only God knows what the clients had plans for that she couldn't reschedule for.
I just saw that video of the girl talking about how all entrepreneurs love their job except for hairstylists. And I was cracking up, I'm not gonna lie, because that's exactly how I be, especially when I know I got a long style tomorrow. But y'all don't understand what the clients really be putting us through behind the scenes. Like, we gotta deal with people coming in with no edges, but they want us to make it look like they got some. Then we got people who sleep through their appointments. We got people that complain about being there for so long, but they ask for braids down their butt. Then we got other people talking about us in their phones as if we can't see it as they're sitting in our chairs. Like, it's just a lot that goes on, and it starts to make doing hair like draining, and that's how we get burnt out so fast, because it's like we be in high in demand. Hairstylists can't get as many clients in as a day as like a lash tech or a nail tech could get. So it's just, I don't know, it's just a lot of factors that go in that y'all as clients would never understand unless y'all be like, okay, I'm gonna go become a braider, because you'll never understand. Like, people really run out on us when we do their hair. They rob us. Like, it's so much that happens, and it's like there's nothing that we can do about it, because at the end of the day, especially if you like me, you really love to do hair, so you're not gonna let that one bad apple mess up everything else, because there are people that actually do value like a good stylist. But yeah,
This lady really expressed what I would say majority of hairstylists are going through. I do know for a fact that they're clients from hell. I've run a business before. I had my own fair share of clients and all. But just like this lady, because of the passion she has for what she's doing, she's not going to let just one bad apple spoil her whole mindset about what she loves doing.
Y'all want old school stylists back, and we want old school clients back. If we had old school clients who showed up to appointments that they booked, we wouldn't even charge deposits. Like, it really could be so simple. If y'all become old school clients again, we could become old school hairstylists again. I literally have like 12 clients on my roster who don't even know what my booking site looks like. Why? Because they're old school clients. So they're literally like 50 and up. And if they text me telling me they want to come get their hair did on Wednesday at 12, I know for a fact they coming Wednesday at 12. So I don't make them pay me a deposit because I know I'm going to see you. You're not going to waste my time. You're going to be on time. Like, there are so many factors into what has changed the whole entire beauty industry. And it's like, the clients are not taking accountability for their actions. Even in my last viral video, everybody was making excuses on why they do no call, no shows. But now y'all still surprised as to why we charge deposits. Y'all doing no call, no shows and mad that we charging deposits?
Having a no call, no show doesn't sound right to me. I don't know. I just feel like courtesy demands you call to let the person know you're canceling or you'd love to reschedule. Something about informing someone waiting on you that I hold really, really dear, because it just helps the person get prepared of what he or she is expecting.
I am literally like mind blown. I showed up to work today. I had a client for the last few days asking me to show up early at 9 a.m. I usually do 10 a.m. appointments. And she has no-showed me once before. She texted me at like 8:58 and she's like, oh my god, I'm so freaking pissed. I have such bad anxiety. I'm in standstill traffic. And she's down the fucking road. And I'm like, okay, so it should start moving. You're not just gonna be stopped forever. And she's like, I'm like, what does the GPS say? She's like, it says I'm gonna be there at 9:37, which is such a crock of shit. I usually come in at 10. I never come in at 9. I just can't get to work that early. But I moved my whole day around for this client. And then I had a new client at 10 a.m., which I had a feeling, I don't know. I just texted her. I was like, hey, are you for sure coming today? Because I'm going to stop and get product. Well, I didn't tell her I was getting product, but I just said, hey, just making sure you're coming in today. She said, yes, I am. I texted her at 8:13 and she said, yes, I am. 10:20 comes around. I texted her. I was like, hey, just to let you know, like, the GPS sometimes makes you go around the plaza. So I'm next to the gym. No answer. Yep, she doesn't show up either. Oh my god, it's so wild. I'm out like over $500 today because they didn't want to show up. And she told me she was coming at like 8:13. What? And I spent $70 on her hair formula. Everything I needed for her formula, because she has like a bright blonde hair and she wanted to be a lived-in low lights, shadow added in like darkness. So I spent like $70 on like this formula that I wanted to do on her. Insanity. Like it's just like so mind-blowing that I can't even talk. It's like so mind-blowing that people are so inconsiderate of your time. And like for two people in a row to do that to me is so wild. So fucking frustrating.
I'm not gonna lie, I feel bad for this hairstylist. Like, I feel so bad for her. Imagine getting reassurance that your client is going to come that day and the client doesn't show up and doesn't even tell you she's not showing up anymore. That's really sick. Yes, I know there are fair shares of hairstylists that are really, really unprofessional, and honestly, we cannot hide the fact that they are also fair share of clients that are very inconsiderate, honestly.
My face cannot hide a thing, because if I'm feeling away, you're going to know it, because my face going to show it. So let's get into this wash and set. From jump, I was kind of annoyed because I asked for a wash and set, but I guess because of the length of my hair, they automatically gave me a wash and blow. Then while they were flat ironing it, I wasn't crazy about the ends being bumped, but I was like, hey, we just cut our hair a week ago. Clearly we're in the spirit of trying something new, so get it bumped rather than sticking to the blunt bob that I usually prefer. And I did not like it. I'm not gonna lie. I kept playing with it because I was trying to make myself like it. And I'm that person who rather say nothing before I complain about a service. In person at that. So I left and we had dinner planned that night, which is why I got my hair done in the first place. But anyway, I wrapped it when I got home and left it wrapped until I got to the restaurant. And I was so much happier when I took it out. It was giving silky silk press rather than a fluffy blowout.
So hey friends, tell me what y'all think about that video. But I'm gonna give y'all my unsolicited opinion. I don't like clients like that. I don't like women like that. And I don't like people like that. I don't like passive aggressive people. When you're paying for a service, you need to speak up about what you like and what you do not like. And if a stylist or service provider is doing something that you don't like, please speak up and say, hey, I want my hair straighter. I wanted it set. But also take into consideration that this is not the 80s or 90s anymore. A lot of us are natural. So a lot of times nobody's going to roller set your hair and put you underneath the dryer because it's going to take a lot longer to dry. Me personally, when it comes, because to me it seemed like she basically wanted a silk press. That's it. She they could have used a straightening comb with her hair. However, a blowout worked perfectly. Her hair ended up looking good. Yes, the lady bumped it, but I think she's a little older and that's why she did it. And overall, it ended up coming out fine once she wrapped it. Again, my issue is not speaking up and saying, oh, because if it's one thing, if I don't like something, it's going to be on my face. Man, we're adults. That's not good enough. Speak up. Because it's not fair to make a video about that sweet lady who was just doing her job and you didn't give her an opportunity to fix it. That's not okay. Because I see a lot of people do this. They won't say what's wrong while they're there, but they'll go hop on TikTok. They'll go hop on Instagram and make these videos. Oh, I had the worst stylist experience or whatever. And then the stylists are like, whoa, what happened? I didn't know. Like, you didn't say anything. Like, why didn't you say anything? I could have fixed something. I could have, give people the opportunity to fix something. Don't just hop online and say, well, yeah, one thing I'm not going to do is say I don't like a service, especially while I'm there. What? Like, I feel like people like this should be banned from businesses because that's just disgusting behavior to me. Like, it's giving chump, punk, I'm throwing rocks, hide my hand. Like, why not speak up while you're at the business? Why are you afraid to speak up for yourself? And one thing I believe is how you do anything is how you do everything. So basically what you're telling the world is that you're a pushover and you let everybody in your life walk over top of you and then you talk about them on the back end. But those are just my thoughts. Like I said, I believe she should have spoke up about not wanting her hair bumped and wanting a set. At least give the woman a chance to explain to you what she was doing. However, the woman also could have just been like, hey, we're not going to set your hair because your hair is like this, your hair is like that. We don't set your hair when it's this length. Whatever her reason is for not, roller styling her hair, whatever it is, the woman could have spoke up about that too. But it seemed like she was at a Dominican salon, and they don't really, that I know of, like really go into what they're doing to your head and why they're doing it to your head. She also lucky they didn't put relax in her hair. But hey, because sometimes Dominicans do sneak relaxing shampoo. But that's neither here nor there. I think she was wrong for not speaking up, but making that video about that woman and showing her face without giving her a chance to fix what she did not like embarrassing her. That was not okay.
Okay, another thing again is speaking up when you are not feeling something or when something's not just going the way you expected it to go. Yes, I know some people don't know how to be confrontational, which it mustn't always be the case, or they don't want to speak out so the business don't ban them. Because we've seen cases here too on this channel where a lady was talking about her nails and her nail tech banned her from coming back to him. So maybe that's one of the reasons why people don't like speaking up. But you have to say something. You won't just sit down there quiet, allow them do what you do not like on you, and at the end of the day, you walk out of the door and start talking about them. Did you tell them you didn't like it? Communication goes a very long way. A lot of people are sleeping on communication apparently.
Getting your hair done and then going home and disputing the charge is theft. This is not my first rodeo with a dispute. And as a hairstylist, I want to start getting on here and talking about what we go through behind the scenes. I finally got me a lawyer for situations like this, and I also learned how to win disputes. So if I don't win that dispute, I will take you to civil court. Any issues that arise during a hair appointment or dissatisfaction can be discussed between the client and the stylist. Now, if the stylist is not trying to accommodate you, I understand that. But if you have a very accommodating hairstylist and you dispute, you're just trying to steal your money back. And that's the problem. Now, I know getting services can be tricky, right? I have damn near a 98% satisfaction rate. I rarely have issues. But it seems like every time I have a new client, it's always a person that I never serviced before. They always try to dispute and get their money back. And they never dispute the charge immediately. It's always like a month later, or I'm gonna go back and dispute this.
Disputing after a month is crazy. Wait, you mean to tell me you carried the hair for a full month and then all of a sudden you want to take the hair down? You now remember that you need to dispute the payment or you didn't like the hairstyle anymore. Like, I can't even understand that. That's actually theft. That's actually trying to scam the hairstylist. But this lady made it known that this is not her first time or second time or third time dealing with something like this. And so my question is, why are they always disputing their payments with you? But hey, I mean, people can be scam, or people might just dispute their money because they don't feel the hair or they don't feel the style. But it still doesn't change the fact that you need to let your hairstylist know that you're not happy with the service. Verbally let them know. But yes, this is crazy. Salon drama really never ends.
I don't know which one of you entitled ass clients need to hear this, but bitch, listen the fuck up. I'm gonna give you a tip first though. If you want your hair to come out exactly how the fucking picture look, bitch, send your stylist a picture of a style she already fucking did. Also, make sure whatever bitch you looking at, y'all got the same head shape, y'all got the same motherfucking forehead, y'all got the same, probably the same motherfucking head texture, bitch. Because if you a 5 head having ass bitch with 4C hair, how the fuck you thought your hair was about to look like hers? I'm confused. And a lot of these styles require edges, and you bitches ain't even got that. And I would appreciate it if y'all stop stressing these fucking hairstylists out by having high expectations for them to execute a style that they didn't even fucking do on the person in the fucking picture or video. Yes, if you're a stylist, you should be able to do whatever style possible, but that's not the point that I'm making. The point that I am making is every stylist has their own way of doing hair. Point blank, period. So if you want your hair to come out like the bitch in the picture, go to the fucking stylist that did the bitch in the picture. Don't think that Lil Nika did TT hair real cute and Shima on the back block will do your hair how fucking Nika did shit. Like, no, it don't go like that, boo. It don't go like that, boo. That's just like saying you gonna get the same cheesesteak from every motherfucking place. No, everybody make their cheesesteaks differently. Oh, my mama.
The costume in that video had me really uncomfortable, but okay, let's talk about this. It's one thing for a client to want the same style on a picture. It's another thing for that same client to want the exact style on that person on the picture. It's still the same thing as you wanting a nail design and then you show your nail tech the picture. You know, your nail tech is going to try his or her best to recreate the picture. I think that's what the client just wants. Like, just try your best to recreate something like that, something close to that. Because a lot of us go through Pinterest, go through so many places to get pictures of our hairstyles that I want to do. How are we going to know the exact person that did the person's hair? We just want that same style. We're not asking you to perform magic, you know. But yes, I do understand what she's saying. There's some clients that would ask you to do something on their hair, knowing that their hair cannot take that style.
I think I am done with doing hair in a salon, and I actually think that I'm done with just doing clients in general.
What happened?
Busted my ass with 2 people that didn't tip me on services that were over $200. But more of the reason of why I'm saying this is because I think that this day and age that we are living in, it is fucking impossible to make anybody happy anymore. And in my honest opinion, you know where I think that comes from? Social media.
Now we're getting into it. Always that damn social media's fault.
And I'm not saying social media is a bad thing. I mean, come on. We know I love social media.
But you love it, though.
Yeah, but what I think is happening is that people are getting this false sense of reality of what's possible for them and their hair. And as a stylist, I am all about inspo pictures. But when you come in with a picture of Kim K and you have 19 hairs on your head, it's just not happening.
Okay, I think I get it. And only want to do this when the client is perfectly happy, their expectations are always reasonable, and they're always tipping you, and everything goes smoothly. That's the only way you're staying in.
Trying to sound like a total asshole.
Then what are you trying to sound like?
I'm just tired. I really strive to always give my clients a thorough consultation and give them my honest opinion. And most times people do understand. But then a lot of times people just think that like you're out to get them. Like maybe you just don't want to do what they're asking for. But that is like not the case.
This is valid. I mean, we all try to get people to understand us, try to feel heard, try to feel seen, try to get the other person to get them on the same page as you. I think we all have that goal. And when they don't see or understand you, they're out to get you.
The case is that I'm not a fucking magician.
The last time I checked, clients don't book appointments with magicians. They book appointments with a hairdresser.
I am a hairstylist and I'm only able to create from the canvas that I'm giving. And I want to be able to give you what you want. I want you to leave happy.
Better be happy.
And over. I had a shit day. If you want to know exactly what actually transpired today with this client, comment magician.
No, I don't want to hear what transpired between that client. We've all had shit days. We have to remember as hairdressers, as the professional, as the person receiving money, as the person who has the appointment on our book, we are the ones who in charge. We are the ones who are accountable. The day I stopped wanting to quit doing hair was the day I stopped thinking clients were the problem. And if I'm being honest, I always blamed myself for every issue. Call it childhood trauma, probably a little too much. But the special few who get to enjoy the incredible benefits of doing this for a living are the ones who take full accountability. And there are enough hairdressers on here demonizing clients. I think it's safe to say that there's not enough client representation on here from a hairdresser's point of view. Because when you're a young hairdresser and you're seeing stuff like this in the salon and on TikTok, it's gonna start to inform your worldview on what your attitude should be when you are behind the chair. And this is absolutely the opposite of a healthy mindset.
This is really a tough love from a fellow hairdresser, like she titled the video. That's the thing with your job. Not everybody is going to make you happy. There are some days that people will come in and make you hate what you do. And there are some other days that people will come in and make you love what you're actually doing. So it goes both ways, and it all depends on how you manage it at the end of the day.
A problematic client is a person who is picking to have an issue with you with no basis, rhyme, or reason for it. Hi, my name is Janae Mims. I've been in the beauty industry for over 10 years. I've had my share of problematic clients. And some problematic clients that I've had did not start as problematic clients. At first, they were good clients, and then they turned problematic. Whenever this has happened to me, I have always cut my losses. My thing is that I will never be disrespected or made to feel like, a client is doing me a favor by sitting in my chair. Because yes, while that client is paying for a service and I am benefiting from her receiving that service, God is my ultimate provider. God sends people all the time to me, whether it's one time or multiple times. He is the person who makes sure I'm fine. While clients do want to get service, they need to be sure that there's not a sense of entitlement coming from them. Whenever I have dealt with sideswept comments or disrespectful comments or passive aggressive behavior, I just terminate it. And I always have faith that, yes, I'm terminating this client, and yes, this could have been money that I could have made, but God is going to provide for me, and I just leave it at that.
I kind of understand this lady. Having self respect is always a good thing for me, because there are some people, honestly, let's believe it or not, that would come with just one kind of attitude that would just be singing problem from the door. But I feel like as a hairstylist, your job is to give them the chance to redeem themselves. Maybe they had a bad day, or maybe just something bad happened. But if they're not redeeming themselves and they're still giving you attitude or still behaving disrespectfully to you, it's time you stopped it, okay?
Service with a client who needed her hair included in the install. I offer extensions with the install. Long story short, your girl didn't have her inventory together, and so I didn't have the right type of hair available for the service. Like, I had weft hair, had bundles, but it wasn't the curl type that she wanted. So I immediately realized my mistake, and I told her, look, friend, we're not going to be able to do the install because I don't have the hair that you requested. And the hair that she requested was Burmese curly. I only had Indian wavy raw. These are two totally different types of hair. This is Indian straight, Indian wavy, obviously got a little bit of wave. Burmese curly is curly hair. She was doing this in an attempt to match her curl pattern. That's neither here nor there, because it definitely don't match her curl pattern, but in her mind, she wanted to do something closer to her curl pattern. So I realized my mistake, and I come back to the chair and I tell her, like, hey, look, I don't have the bundles that we agreed upon. I don't have any more Burmese curly bundles. I even took it a step further, to be honest with her, and I was like, listen, what happened is I went out of town, somebody made an online purchase, they bought the hair, and I forgot to put in my new order. I make bi-weekly orders, and I forgot to make the order because I was a week off because I went out of town. Shouldn't have told her that, because honestly, that's a moment of weakness. That's a lesson for the hairstylist. I promise you, just hold to your guns and don't get nobody no more information, because the truth is the truth and you don't really need to know the rest of the information. She says, okay. I'm like, look, I will order the hair. It's only a couple bundles, so usually a couple bundles don't take very long to get here. Probably take 3 days at max. Let's just reschedule your install. So she's cool with it. We're both looking at our schedule. I'm looking at my schedule. We're trying to figure out when you're going to come back in. Then she goes, you know what? No, I really need my hair done. Let's just do because I had one bundle of Burmese curly and then the rest was Indian wavy. She goes, let's just do the Burmese curly right here at the leave out and then the rest Indian wavy. And I was like, girl, what? She was like, yeah, we could just wand curl the rest. And I was like, are you sure? And she goes, yeah, I'm sure. She shows me an old picture of her when she did this before, not the two different textures, but she showed me where she does the wand curling method. And she's like, I know that this will work. And I'm like, okay. So I do the install. As she requested, I do the install with the Burmese curly and the rest of the different textures. We wand curl it. I'm actually surprised at how it turns out. And I might put a picture in here about how it turned out, because I said, oh my God, okay, yeah, we working. This is cute. It's good to go. In the back of my mind, though, when she said wand curl, I was thinking, no. We're not going to do wand curls. I don't think you can keep up with that. But I don't know the extent of, like, how she can maintain her hair. So I didn't want to tell her, like, girl, I don't know. I just don't know. In my mind, matter of fact, that's not true. I brought it up. I said, do you want to do a wand curl? You sure you don't? Because I kind of want to do like a flexi rod. And she was like, no. And I think it was a timing issue, but I don't really know. I can't really remember that part. I just remember thinking, like, I want to do a flexi rod. If you know anything about hair, the flexi rod is going to last you a long time. I don't want to do a wand curl, but whatever. She's done this before. This is her thing. So I said, well, she sounds like she knows what she's talking about. Okay. We do it. Everything turns out well. That evening, she hits me up and she was like, girl, order the Burmese curly hair because this isn't going to work for me. I would rather the Burmese curly. And I said, cool. I'll let you know when it arrives, because I'm already making my bi-weekly order. Cool, I'll let you know when the hair arrives. She then, a couple days later, which was yesterday, so now we're at like 5 days, I think, leaves me a long text message that basically says, oh, just to be clear, thank you for updating me on the order and letting me know when it'll arrive. But to be clear, I won't be covering the purchase for the new bundles that's going to arrive. Let me know when you're available so that I can come in and hopefully we can handle this smoothly. We gonna handle it smoothly, but if you think that you're not about to pay for this hair, you've lost your mind. So this made me so upset. Usually clients don't really rattle me. To be a black hairstylist, you have to be, it is an Olympic sport to be a black hairstylist, that's for sure. You gotta be on your ones and twos. Like, you just gotta know it comes with a lot of ridiculousness. And this is just a part of the job. Like, I'm kind of unfazed by it now, but this really just pissed me off because I asked you and I gave you the option before we even did it, and this was your idea. I hate when clients have suggestions on what they want to do with their hair, and I'm like, am I the professional here or is it you? But when you press me and you be like, no, I've been doing this is what I do, sometimes I'll be like, okay. It's happened a couple of times, and every single time it's ended in a tragedy, and that's my fault. Because you're not I do this every single day. I'm about to go do one right now. I do this all the time. You don't know. But anyway, so I had to leave her a message. No, I didn't respond right away. I actually went to go talk to one of the other hairstylists that I know who's been doing this for a long time, and I explained the situation to her because that's usually what I do when a client really pisses me off. I'm like, let me go talk to another hairstylist because I got to talk to somebody who's been doing this for a while to know that, first of all, I'm not crazy, and just get my rant off and just like decompress and talk about something else hair related so I can feel motivated to still keep coming to the job to do your hair, because sometimes y'all can be so annoying. I'm like, you know what? I need to choose another career field. Like, I don't even want to be here with y'all no more. I don't. And I should also note that this is a new client. So, this is a new client. This is not somebody that I have done their hair before. Usually I'm willing to work with them, and they know that I'm not finna waste their time and play around with them. My true loyal clients know I will do my best. If it's outside of my range, I'm gonna be honest with you. I say, you know, I don't do that, or I can't do that, or whatever. You know, I try to work with them, and they try to work with me. But the new clients that coming off the street, I think what happens is social media has had such a back and forth that is so bad between hairstylists and the clients that y'all just think everybody's like that, and everybody's not like that. I don't have time to play. I just don't. I take it very serious. This is what helps me feed my daughter. I don't play around when it comes to doing hair. Yes, doing hair is a I was about to say fun, but it definitely ain't fun. It's definitely a profession that has a lot of flexibility. We make it look good. Y'all think that it's just playtime. For me, it's not playtime. I'm only here to do your hair. I try to set up my whole system to where it makes sense. And sometimes we mess up. Sometimes we don't make the right inventory order because we went on a week vacation. And during the week vacation, I said to myself, you're good. You got your inventory on lock. Like, don't trip.
That was indeed a very long rant, but honestly, listening to this, I don't think the hairstylist was at fault because she told the clients beforehand she doesn't have these bundles, they should reschedule pending when Burmese curls arrive and all that. But the client still insisted on getting her hair done at her appointment date. And now things went south. So I honestly don't blame this hairstylist. But I mean, guys, listening to all of these stories from clients, from hairstylists, it just seems to me that both parties are tired of each other. Yes, they're stylists from hell and they're equally clients from hell. Like, what happened to those good old days when you go to the salon, have a chat with your hairdresser, look good, spend some me time there with your fellow people that are also getting their hair done, and then just come out happy, refreshed, ready for the new week. It seems those times are gone, guys. But yes, beautiful people, let me know what you all think about this in the comments. And yes, guys, I've come to the end of the video. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, do not forget to give the video a fat thumbs up. If you are not subscribed, consider subscribing. And I'll see you all in my next video. Bye.